Hello everyone and welcome to Bucks Guinea Pig Talks. I'm Simon and you are watching the August 2024 Q&A session where we answer your questions. Now, as always, the star of the Q&A is not necessarily the lady that's doing the recording. Hello lady doing recording, how are you? It is, of course, the guinea pig. Now, this one is called...
Bella?
It's Bella, and Bella is
Bellatrix.
assisting our video today. Now we have got some crows flying about, so she
doesn't like them.
No, she was a little bit jumpy earlier on, but let's see how we go. Every month we like to answer your questions, and we put a guinea pig here because I'm really boring, and it's much more exciting with something and someone, and so it's the gorgeous Bella. Now, camera ladies, do we have our questions? What we're going to do, everyone, is we're going to break it down to 3 batches of questions, and there'll be a bit of filler video in between. So there's parts 1, part 2, part 3, and please do keep watching. Thank you very much. Off you go with the questions.
Well, before we do any questions,
yes,
I obviously occasionally watch your videos when I'm not having
good
to watch them in the first place. What are all these affiliate link things you've started putting up?
Well, what a good question. I'm sure it's not a plant. The affiliate links are items that we have used with our guinea pigs, and we've got 11 of them, and they're currently in the description of the videos.
What
and
kind
the
of
lives.
things?
Well, there's things like the little houses, there's the grass runs, we've got some of the electronic stuff that we use, such as the webcam. We've also got other little bits and pieces that I think are useful to anyone that wants some of the stuff that we've got. The only thing I would caution against is please don't order hay if you're in Australia. I don't think they'll deliver from the UK. But everything else is well worth checking out. And what we get from that, if you click on that link and then you buy something, then we get just a few pennies. So it's showing your support to our guinea pigs. There is no obligation whatsoever, but you can take a look and you can see what you think.
It doesn't cost people any more to click on it
No.
than they would clicking on Amazon.
No, it costs them absolutely nothing more.
Oh,
but it just gives them some idea of what the things that we like. We will be updating them as time goes by. But we've got some.
Maybe we'll help buy some carrots.
Well, if she doesn't eat them, then yeah. Have we got a question?
We do have a question from Furry Dreams. What
Ooh,
a great name.
Fantastic.
So Furry Dreams says, what do you look for when choosing your keeper? Now, for people who don't watch your videos all the time, what does Furry Dreams mean by our keeper?
Right, well, when the mum guinea pig has the babies, we go down generational, one generation after another, and we obviously want to keep a youngster so we can continue our 3 family lines. Now, the keeper that she's referring to there, what we look for, first of all, we want a female. So if there's a male in the litter, then or males, then they are excluded from the selection choice. Then after that, because we weigh all our guinea pigs every single Sunday morning, then we generally pick the heaviest of the baby females over the period of 4 to 6, 8 weeks that we have them. But that gives us one variable. Colours maybe on their coat, that could be something as well, and sometimes personality. Like guinea pigs like Bella, she was the only one in the litter, so we kept her. Like Storm, she was the only one in the litter. With Moondust, she was one of 4 females in her litter, and of those 4, one was a self black who didn't photograph particularly well when we were taking them quickly, and then there was 2 that were like Storm. One was Moondust and the other one was very similar to Moondust, but Moondust had a little bit of brown similar to Storm, so that's why we kept her. I hope that answers the question.
Well, my answer, my answer would be we try and get one that looks different to anything we had before. So we try not to have any of our guinea pigs looking similar.
Yeah.
And if they're the crazy crew, we want them to be the craziest. If they're teddy crew, we want them to be a teddy. And if we're the smooth hair, we want them to be smooth. So sometimes we don't have a choice. There's just one girl. But once we've got a daughter, then that's it. We don't breed the mum again unless there's exceptional circumstances.
Yeah, if we need to breed because there's some boys, then we'll do that.
Mummy,
we'll be very selective. Now Bella, she had a whole litter of agoutis So when we got
Yeah.
Stripe, there wasn't a huge choice, but Stripe's got a stripe on the nose.
But that's why we had to have, they're quite similar. So we try
Yeah.
to not have similar. And the amazing thing with pet guinea pigs is you can end up with really different ones.
You can.
In the same litter.
You can. And also you have throwbacks. Like Mercury's a massive throwback to her great grandmother Plato, I believe. Now, have we got another question?
Oh, we do.
Let's
sorry.
Move on.
Quiggies. I know the name.
Hello,
Quiggies. What breed of guinea pigs? What breed of guinea pig is Honeyduke and the Crazy Crew?
Right, well, Honeyduke.
You are beautiful, aren't you?
Her
Yes,
dad,
you
they're all pets. Her dad was like a fuzzy swirls everywhere. Her mum obviously was Spike. Now, Spike, her mum was Hermione, who was just an Abyssinian, swirls and curls. But her dad, Spike's dad, was a coronet. So he had the long hair. So Honeyduke has inherited quite a lot of what Spike's genes were. And then we go down to Coco. Coco again, her dad was like an Abyssinian, a beautiful dasher. He's the dad of Mercury as well. And they, again, very, very, very similar, the genes in terms of the swirls and curls. So that's why Coco looks like she does.
But they are just pets. There is no special. They're not a Californian.
No.
They're not a Abyssinian. They're not.
I mean, this one's got some. I mean, Coco's.
Oh, look, she loves having a cuddle with you. Look how sweet she is.
That's my voice. Coco was with she was with Mr. Lightning. Yes, Mr. Lightning. Now he's obviously got the Californian. So Mr. Lightning is also the dad of Democritus. So again, the youngsters from Democritus to this one, they're the same dad. Very, very similar, genes, but totally different looking. And then when you go down to Stripe again, Stripe's dad was a crazy Abyssinian that went faster than Usain Bolt, and I was the only one actually that could pick him up.
Oh, yeah, I don't like picking them up when they're big runners.
I said you can't pick him up, and certainly the children can't. No. So that's why. But we've got Ted 2 who's come in, and Ted 2 is with Stripe now. And if you look at some later videos that we're going to post up later this week, because we're recording this on the 25th of August, and this will be posted today. Later this week, we're going to have a look at Ted 2. Now, he is substantially different
to Ted 1.
Well, I think so. No, he's quite similar to Ted 1, but we'll discuss Ted 2 later on. But certainly, he should move the Honeyduke Crazy Crew line slightly back to what we wanted, which is kind of like Spike. Okay.
Right. We have 3 questions from Jeremy's 2097, but we're going to have one before the mini break and then 2 after the mini break.
Okay, let's have the first one.
So the one we're just going to have before you're going to insert a couple of photos is...
a short video, actually.
Oh, is it?
You must get it right, because I can't edit.
Oh.
Right, carry on.
Do you keep more than 2 males in the same enclosure?
Okay, the answer to that is no, we don't. The only time we'll have more than 2 males is if there's a litter of babies and they're with their mum, and then what we do at 21, 22, 23 days is we take the boys out from mum, and the boys will all go together, and then they'll go off onto their adventures at about 6 weeks. So
then they stay together.
Yeah, the pairs stay together.
It's just that we don't keep
groups
males.
of males together. There are some people that do keep males together in huge cages and groups, and that all works fine, but we don't, so we have no experience of
We're all about the girls in this family.
Yeah.
Now, before we take a mini break, what's my favourite experience of having a bunch of boys together? Do you know what I'm going to say?
Well,
what's the one I loved the best when we had?
This was Hercules, wasn't it?
Yes.
Hercules. Now Hercules, he was a great male. He liked the ladies, but he was also very, very happy to run around with the young males and show off.
Showing off, and they followed him round and round the cage.
He was very cute.
And he was so cute. They didn't know, there was no arguments. They were all happy.
He was like an uncle
to them.
them.
How to run up things and
run up ramps
things
and go through tubes and everything.
Copy him, and that was fun. We only did that for very short time.
He was with a couple of groups of them, about 4 or 5 of them at one time, and they were 3 weeks old, and they ran around with him. And the great thing about Hercules was that you could take him, put him in with some young males, and then once they'd gone, you could then put him straight into with females, and his character wasn't any different. He was very
he was
very
lovely,
good, and he's now
wasn't
living
he?
with his 2 sons. So there we are.
So, and very, very happy. He
Right.
was a very special little boy guinea pig.
He was
Short,
indeed.
short.
Okay.
Right, that's the end of this section.
Okay.
We're now going to have an interlude.
I think you're going to look at Stardust in the interlude.
An interlude, and then come back for more questions. So you weren't expecting that bit, were you?
You've done that. And of course, when you want a little bit of fill for the August Q&A, you go to Stardust. Now if I move that piece of hay, she's going to jump. So let's leave it. She's looking lovely, isn't she? There we are, and off she goes. And we're back with the second part of our August 2024 Q&A with me, Simon, and obviously with Bella. Now Bella,
Beautiful Bella.
Beautiful Bella, she is the star, and she hasn't eaten any of the carrot. Come on.
Bellissimo.
I thought you'd eat some carrot during the break, but no, never mind.
Now she's named after Bellatrix, but I used to have a rabbit called Bella, and she was named after Dora Bella.
Excellent. Well, there we are.
Van
Little
Tutti.
interlude from Buck's Rabbit Talks. Anyway, let's get back to the Guinea Pig Talks. What is the next question?
This is from Jeremy's 2097 as well,
Yes.
and it is how many males can you keep together, which is a bit similar to the sort of
Extra question that you asked at the
Yes.
end of part 1.
Which
well, again, people do. We don't keep the males together, but the young males we do keep if we've got a whole load of them. Now we don't breed so much now as we ever used to, so we generally don't have 1 litter at a time. But if we had a number of males, you can put them together as young males, and they're all okay, even from different litters, and they're just sort of through adolescence. They're okay. And then we send them off on their ways. It's about 6 weeks, so it's not a problem. But other people have groups of 3, 4, 5 males. However, they have lots of space and they've all known each other for many years. We don't have that experience, so I can't really answer it in a sensible manner. But maybe
But we know you
anyone
have to
who's-
have lots of water, lots of food,
Yeah,
lots of
multiple-
hay, lots of space.
multiple space, multiple water bottles, multiple food bowls, multiple food, multiple
But if you
hides,
have
and
4 or
everything.
5, you have to be prepared that you might need to have 1 or 2 of them separate. So
Exactly,
you might
you
have
need
to
the
have them in
space.
2 separate
But you can
cages.
find other people can do it. Now, if you've got experience of males, have you got males and no females? How do you keep your males happy and contented? Why don't you put something in the comments? Right, okay.
Question 2, is enclosure size a factor? This is from Jeremy's
for
20.
males, yes.
Well, even
it
for
is.
females, for the number
Yeah,
you have,
the more
you
you can, the more
always
space
have
you
space.
can have. I mean, we live in a big house, and I find that
Oh, do you?
much happier. So yeah, if you've got a big house, it helps. If you've got a big enclosure, that helps. So when we have them on the grass, we try and put them on the big enclosure as possible. We have got some smaller ones, but we try and ensure that we have some
The smaller ones we
spaces.
often use if it's a mum with newborn babies, so
Yeah.
they stay really close and they don't get sort of a bit lost when they're tiny and
No.
things. So we try and sort of get the right enclosure for the right situation.
Let's just go to a quick commercial break from me. Right, no, so don't forget, if you are watching this for the first time, please do like and subscribe to our channel. Well, there's lots more coming up. What's the next question,
How could
please?
you not like and subscribe? Look how cute she is.
I know.
You are lovely, aren't you?
Carry on with the next question. Let's be professional.
Sorry, furry dreams.
Yes.
Do your guinea pigs eat herbs and fruit?
They certainly eat fruit. Yes, they eat apples, they eat some bananas. Tomatoes are considered a fruit. They eat a few tomatoes. Pears are quite good.
Well, we had strawberries
Everything.
and cream yesterday, and I got all
Did
the
you?
tops off.
I
Yes, we
didn't.
did. It's
I had
like a
a
little
mouldy old
birthday treat
banana.
for me.
I had a mouldy old
We
banana.
all had, and then all the strawberry tops went into
They
the
did.
guinea pigs for them to eat. They like those.
They were very happy indeed with those strawberry tops. I think the as for herbs, parsley and stuff like that, we need to buy some and then try it with them actually. But because we got the grass, we put them on the grass.
We
and
have
they're
done,
happy.
I've done it before,
Have you?
but it depends if we're growing it. And like
Yes,
then if we
yes.
don't water the tubs, then it doesn't last. And
know.
so
Why
we
don't you-
haven't got any parsley.
Why don't you have a moan at me online on the video? That's always popular actually. The antagonism between you and me. That's great.
Oh dear. Should we have one more question in this section? Because we whizzed through these. These are much quicker than.
not
Oh no,
if
we
that is
can't.
part of the break.
Oh,
system.
right.
We have
Oh,
to do it-
sorry. We have to
stick
do the
it.
great.
Why don't we edit? Why don't we edit?
Because we are authentic.
We don't really know how to either. Right. Let's say join us. I think the next bit you're going to see a bit of Coco actually in the break. So
Nice.
enjoy Coco and then you come back to us with Coco's daughter, Bella.
And our piece of filler here is obviously Coco. There we are. So she is in the middle of the Q&A by Guinea Pig Talks for August. There we are. She's lovely. Look at those markings.
Welcome back to part 3.
Yes.
Trois?
Let's keep it simple.
Tres?
Yeah, just
Shall I stop now?
I'm
I'm trying to work out how many other languages I know how to count to 3 in. It's not very many.
I feel there could be some rain. I don't know.
I think we're all right.
Okay.
I would disagree.
Let it rain. Anyway, carry on.
Right, greetings from Chile. Maria from Chile has a question for us. Hello, Maria.
Can I just say, Maria puts lots of comments up in Spanish, and I have to then translate them down, which is brilliant.
Right.
So thank you, Maria.
How does she? Does she have to translate you back, or does she just enjoy not being able to tell what you're saying? Because I wouldn't mind.
Google Translate. It's on the system, but it's brilliant, Maria. Thank you very much for your question. Your question's cool. What question is it, Ella?
How aggressive or territorial can guinea pigs be?
Well, let's talk about our females here. So, sometimes like Myrtle, miserable Myrtle, is
Moaning Myrtle.
And miserable. She can be quite territorial. She doesn't like other guinea pigs. She doesn't like her mum. Doesn't like her granddaughter. Doesn't like her great granddaughter, but quite happy with her daughter. So at some point we are going to have to move Myrtle in with Stardust and Storm and Mercury, but we're going to break that down. That'll all happen.
Now she was okay when we had our older guinea pigs who have unfortunately passed now, because they were real alpha females, so she pushed into
they were quite
place.
Alphas, weren't they?
Yeah, they
but they
just
aggressive. They were just there.
They were just there, and nobody messed with them.
As she's got older,
she wants to be the alpha, but she's not doing it in a very pleasant way.
No, I mean, she doesn't run around with a rolling pin like you, saying you're in charge. So I think, and also you've got like sometimes they're really big, like Honeydew seems to rule her roost, and also you've got
you can feel the winds up there.
You can, and also Stardust rules her roost. So yeah,
the wind catching her fur.
You've just got to sort of.
So they can be, so we're really careful, aren't we?
But again, we just give them lots of food, lots of water bottles, lots of hides, and get them on the grass, and just give them things to do, so they don't get bored. I think when they get bored, they start getting aggressive with each other.
We've only had one guinea pig one female who was incredibly aggressive.
That was Aristotle. She was horrible to everything.
Absolutely everyone.
Males,
but
females.
As soon as she had her children, she was fine with them.
Yeah, and then we sent
she
her
went
off
with
her
daughter, and she's always been fine. That was always
fine.
a problem.
That was a few years ago.
Yeah, but that's the only time. Boys,
she was lovely.
They are territorial.
They can be. I mean, the two boys we've got at the moment, they've been bonded together. They're very happy, and they'll be going actually today.
But if you have a boy in with the girls, he stops all of the territorial issues between. He's kingpin and he's in charge. I'm always telling Simon we should snip one and then he can stay, but Simon doesn't want to snip any of them.
Also, our males rule borrows. Anyway, carry on with our next question.
Chloe says, I think it'd be cool to have a video on a day in the life of the teddies.
Yes, because we asked what content you wanted, and I think we can certainly do like a day in the life would be quite good. We'll try it this week. Just do lots of different bits of video, and then we'll merge it all together, and then we can run that at some point, and then people can say what they think.
Yeah, we do. We have done. I wanted to do. I suggested. Most of my suggestions are poo-pooed. They're not very good. But I suggested we do when you had Big Brother. I'm a bit old now, so they're Big Brother, and then they used to have it on when it first came out, which most people are too young to know this. But they just did it 24 hours, and you could turn on. Was it Channel 4 at the time?
On BBC Telly, yeah.
It was. I don't think Big Brother was ever on BBC.
No, it wasn't.
It was Channel 4, wasn't it? Yeah. And so used to be able to watch it. So I said, do Big Brother, which is what helped inspire you to do the live streams.
I've got 2 jokes. If you wrap your comment up, is that it? You're done?
Yeah, no, that was
my
it.
2 jokes. So if we did 24 hours of your life, it'd basically be watching telly and drinking tea and listening to and reading your phone.
What, when I'm not at work, working hard?
If you did 24 hours of my life, It
So
would be,
rude.
it would be doing all the social media.
Just been doing guinea pig stuff. You notice neither of us have cleaning or tidying the house in that.
What a waste. Now, carry on. What's
Right,
your...
Furry Dreams has another
Yes.
question. Can you remember the first litter you bred? What was Mum called, and who did you keep?
Yes.
So I'm going to ask you to give us two answers. I'm
Okay,
going to ask you to give us the... It says 1979 here.
What's the first litter?
That was when my sister was born. You're
Don't give
really
detail- don't
old.
give-
Oh, sorry, I'm
don't
not
give- you
allowed
mustn't
to.
give personal details from celebrities like me and you.
You are old, aren't you? So
celebrity,
1979
mate.
and then 2019 when you started having them again when we had our girls. So,
Okay, so let's start with
first litter.
1979.
What was the mum called, and
Okay,
who
well,
did you keep?
Right, well, the mum was called Kermit. She was my first ever guinea pig, as from Kermit the Frog. Now, her male, he was called Snowy. Now, Snowy was this was a long time ago. Snowy was an albino, so white with red eyes, and he was very, very cute. He was also very, very quiet. Now, we went back in the day of 1978. We got our first guinea pig, and that was Kermit, and we got given for a week her mum, who was Victoria, her mum was, and we had her for a week, and then it settled down to Kermit. We just kept Kermit. So in those days,
You didn't know you had to keep them together.
No, and then anyway, so it's much more.
Poor little
much more,
Kermit.
But then, so I bugged my parents, and they said, "Oh, we'll tell you, we'll get a friend for Kermit." So off we went to the pet shop again, something we wouldn't probably do again, and so we thought, that's a nice guinea pig, nice white guinea pig with red eyes, and they said, "Oh, it's a female." So we took Snowy home, and
Sorry, the camera's shaking as I chuckle with her.
we took Snowy home, and Snowy was very quiet, and was happy with Kermit. And then we went on holiday, and when we came back, there was a third guinea pig in with Kermit and Snowy. Turned out Snowy was a male. We had no idea whatsoever. And so we came back from holiday. So we had the little guinea pig, who was a bit like this one actually, because Kermit was like a cream and Snowy was like a white one. Now there is a sad ending to this. So it's much worse than that.
No,
Sadly, the little baby, when they were out on what was like the grass,
What was the baby called?
we didn't have a name for it because it escaped.
Oh,
I
no.
know, it escaped. And it was terrible because we'd had some building work, you see, at our house. And didn't have a cage for the grass run. We had like bricks, and we put a brick enclosure with
And then it jumped over there.
well, something happened. Something either got. We didn't have a cover. Something got in or out. Whatever.
You are very bad.
But that was 1979. Before it gets cut, pasted.
You were
and put
lucky
around the
not
world.
to be scarred by that and then not want any more.
I know. But that was.
Poor little boy Simon.
Anyway, so if you'd like to hear more sad stories, do subscribe
what was
to
the
our channel.
next? Did they have another baby?
They had all sorts of babies, yeah.
So what was the next one that you kept? Can you remember?
Oh, I know we had a guinea pig called Biscuit.
Oh, that's a good name.
She was lovely. She was lovely. And then we had some other ones, but the names of some of the guinea pigs were of its day.
So we'll move on.
So hang
in
on. So let me just.
2019... sorry.
So back in 1979, 1980, 1981, 82. But then at the end of 82, Kermit then died. Snowy went off. Kermit then died, and then the following year, we then got Amorous Alex.
Right.
And
I'm hoping this story lifts things up a bit because it's taken a dark turn that I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, a lot of youngsters. Amorous Alex, and we had Shirley and Glennis. They were the females.
Right.
They were cute. And then we had that line through to 95. Now, the next question is 2019.
Yes.
That was Mummy the guinea pig.
Woo woo!
And
named after me.
And the dad of that one was Cromwell. Now, those babies, there were 5 of them born. I can vividly remember her being on your lap and you saying, please, 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 can you have these babies because I'm going back to work tomorrow. And she did have those babies quite quickly. She had them in the 2nd of January, I think, 2019. Now, of those 5, we didn't keep any of them because also Hermione had 3 and we had 4 males, 4 females, and they all went off because
This is before we had the mad scheme of having 3 family generational...
Yeah, this is early days. And so, but we did, but the first keeper from Mummy and Cromwell was Marshmallow.
Marshmallow.
So Marshmallow,
yes.
so Marshmallow is the mum of Stardust, who then leads all the way down to moon dust. So that is that one. Now, do we have another question?
We
another
have
point?
one
What have we
final question,
got?
and actually, it's more a suggestion.
Oh,
Which is
we like
brilliant,
suggestions,
and it's
don't we?
from Stella Bowling. So thank you very much, Stella. This
Read
is
it out.
lovely.
What have we got? It's
Right,
actually a
so
good
you
one.
said,
Yeah.
I think you've obviously asked, what would you like? And Stella has said,
Many people said just stop. They said, please stop, Simon. And I was like, oh, that's
because you're filling our feed with guinea pigs and they're
Yeah.
too cute.
But carry on. What did Stella put?
says, how about instructions and demonstrations on
Yes.
care,
Yes.
housing, feeding, daily checking, nail clipping, bathing, nutrition,
Yeah.
emphasising that guinea pigs are exotic animals
That's
with
true,
special
yeah.
care.
Very
They're not
important.
British animals. They
No.
can't just escape and be okay. They're
No.
not British animals. Breeding, and obviously we're very careful
Very
with that,
careful.
and we have capacity to look after them
We
all.
do.
We're not willy-nilly breeders.
They're not. Certainly not. What a fine choice of words that was. We'll speak to Ted too about that. And
Yes, so lots to record and show us. What a
Yes.
lovely idea. We've done some
Brilliant.
things like that.
But
We've
we
done
do
nail
more.
clipping, haven't we?
have, that was
I find that
popular.
very stressful.
I know.
That's the one thing I find very stressful.
no, wine helps.
but,
Yes, we've got lots of points there, Stella, and we are going to cover many of them. We're going to discuss lots of these options. And
Yes, thank you so much for getting Simon to make me video loads more videos.
we got lots of ideas and lots of so,
That's lovely. That's really kind, Stella. Thank you. That
good.
is nice.
So is that the last of our questions?
That is the last of our questions.
Well-
That is the end of our 3-part question,
Yeah, so-
August question video today.
It's the last of our questions, but the carrot has remained the same. So Coco in the
She
last
just
one.
has enjoyed having some attention.
She's like listening to me, I think.
She does. They do like your voice because you're the person who
know.
feeds them. They're like, oh, I feel safe with this. He's our feeder.
I gave them lots of carrots and broccoli and cucumber this morning, so maybe they've had their fill. But anyway,
Look
so
how beautiful. She's got these lovely otter eyes. Can you see
She
the
has.
otter eyes?
she has from her granddad Dasher.
Cute little
So,
brown ears.
Anyway, so
She's just
thank
lovely.
you. Rather than me saying there with mouth open,
I'm not
right.
videoing you anyway,
Okay.
so you can sit there with your
Can
mouth
I
open
just
whilst
say thank you very much to
watching
the camera lady. Thank you very much. That's great what you've done. Thank you all for your questions. They are always appreciated. If you've got a question of anything guinea pig related, not vet questions, not medical questions, but if you've got any questions about guinea pigs or our guinea pigs, you want to know about honeydew, you want to know about stardust, you want to
Or
know about
suggestions?
synoptics, yeah. So if you want me to stop doing this, that's great. Put it down into the into the comments. Do like, do subscribe, and do share them out. So that'd be great. So I hope you've enjoyed it. How can we do this better? I know it's impossible, but if you think we can do this better, then please do put up some comments. What we try and do is we try and answer your questions in a fun way, and while we have a bit of banter, and we get a lovely guinea pig. So camera lady,
look
there
at
we are.
her.
There, I've got the sweet spot.
Beautiful.
So camera lady Eleanor, thank you very much indeed.
Oh, a pleasure.
And to Bella,
Those lips.
I've got you in the ears. Thank you very much to Bella. Thank you much, Mr. Carrot. Thank you. And I'm
That's
Simon.
just weird.
Thank you very much indeed. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and
Sorry, the video's shaking
video
again.
everything.
Lots of hearts, please.
Yeah, lots of hearts. Enjoy, and do watch all the rest of our content, and do check out the affiliate links in the description. So from me, thank you very much indeed.